What's up guys, it's the Devil's Talent here, and in today's video we're going to be going over 3 pro mouse and keyboard players and their W keying skills that allow them to be so dominant in these FNCS Invitationals and these solo platform cash cups. Now before I get into the video, if you guys do enjoy my content, please drop a like on this video and hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So on the screen you can see here we have FaZe Mongraal, obviously one of the most elite players in the entire world. But when I think of elite W keyers on mouse and keyboard, the first two that come in my head are Mongraal and Mr. Savage. These guys have been dominating before even Fortnite had a true competitive mode in Arena, dropping 30 and 40 plus kills in solo squads, just having this unbelievable ability to just murder everyone they kind of come into contact with in public matches, and this carried over for them in their careers really well in this meta. So we're going to be taking a look what they do on mouse and keyboard when they don't have aim assist to allow them to be able to dominate their opponents. So Mongraal is here at the Shark. It looks like a platform cash up based on the amount of players. It doesn't seem like an FNCS. The title isn't too revealing. So what you see a great job right here is Mongraal always using the spray through. He hasn't taken any wall without using his pickaxe. He does a great job of attracting his opponent right here as well. There's nothing much to say about this kill, but boom, does a great job right there of finishing off the kill quick. Next engagement. So again, pressuring Wood with a Mythic Scar, really smart. RPG, trying to book a classic, doesn't result in any damage. Does get one tag here. Reads his opponent well where he's going. Great job, crosshair placement, and the edit through, holding your bills. Great block off. We'll definitely watch this engagement in slow motion again, because everything about it is so good. Doesn't get the wall there. Doesn't get the wall there. Again, reading his opponent, that he's going to make an edit. And right hand peek, easy wall take. Let's go over this again in slow motion while he's muted. Again, so we have Mongraal about to go for the wall. Now, he baits the shot again. I've talked about this over and over. When you first get on someone's wall, you want to bait the shot because that's when you're going to be the most defenses. They're expecting you to have your pickaxe out, so you bait with your pickaxe. Mongraal has great crosshair placement, places it right on his opponent when he fires, making sure that he doesn't get caught. Boom, easy smack, more damage. The guy only hits him for 21. Then using the Scar to take the wall, keeps his build blueprints out, edits a right-hand peek, sees his opponents out there. Mongraal does a great job right here blocking him off and then going to the side. So he gets on a right hand peek. Easy shot. And so this guy shambles. Now here, one big difference I noticed between mouse and keyboard and controller players is when you have a pickaxe swing out on a controller, what's going to end up happening is when you go into your switch mode and you hit whatever button, like from your build, it's going to take you back to your pickaxe. So you're going to have to flip-flop from your pickaxe, taking a longer time. That's why on controller it's so huge that you predominantly take walls by spraying through, because once you get to your blueprints out and you hit your switch mode button on your controller, it'll go from your build mode right back to your weapon instead of your pickaxe. But on mouse and keyboard, it looks like it's straight binded to a button. So he hits that button and then he immediately goes to his shotgun. So mouse and keyboard players, that is an advantage that you definitely have. So don't be as afraid to always, I mean, the pickaxe leaves you defenseless, but don't, you could definitely use it a lot more than I would recommend with controller players. But notice the muscle memory. He always acts like he's going to get the wall, and he's always reading his opponent. His opponent had a right-hand peek, but so did Mongraal, right? He's on the right side, on the left side, giving him a right-hand peek, so no harm, no foul. And here's such a good angle. Like, this is one of the most harmless pickaxe swings. You notice that again, how he pretends like he gets a wall every time and just does the muscle memory? Like he does every time. He does that a ton. Benji Fishy does this a ton. They act like they're going to get the wall every time. And then when he eventually does, he edits the wall already. The guy is holding a wall. Super weak. Easy kill from Mongraal. All right, let's go to the next engagement. So again, he catches a kid walking around. He's got, again, the Mythic Scar, one of the strongest guns and one of the best aimers in Fortnite, Mongraal, and just continues the pressure. Again, as you can see there, pickaxe wall flip. Same thing, gets the wall, makes the left hand edit, but isn't worried because he notices his opponent has a ramp in front of him, is not going to really be able to make an offensive play. He just wants the control to keep pressuring. Then right hand peek, easy peasy. Doesn't even worry about editing straight through with builds. Getting W keyed by another kid. Is going to do a really good job of getting on a different layer. And then cranks up build fights. Guy just hits for 107. Tries the great job of attempted piece control, doesn't get it. But again, Mongraal's great job of applying pressure. Not much to say there. Nothing in terms of technical skill to really learn about. Again, pre-fight damage in solos. I love how fast we're just cranking through these. I love... Unfortunately, shoots out his own ramp. Again, blocks off a possible opponent's escape. Using the shotgun to get the wall and then quickly editing. Continuing right into build mode. Same thing. Notice how he makes like an unfortunate edit. Like not unfortunate edit. Sorry, I apologize. How right here, we're going to go over just a little bit this part right here. I'm going to talk about how people always ask like what are the proper edits to make, and the question is there's no such thing. It's all about situation. Why can Mongraal feel comfortable making essentially an edit like this, even though that it gives his opponent right hand peek? Because he's using this as protection and he's at an angle. You notice how this guy has to be fully exposed, but he's back and he's got this right hand. He's got the view, but he's using this. He's still got right hand peek. And the guy has no clue where he is because he's played such a far back angle, and the tree is kind of making this fight a little bit awkward. And the guy tries to break out, and then Mongraal hits him once. Boom, GG's. So, not much to say, just something a little bit there. And when you already have a guy cracked, you want to end fights fast, you'll be able to willing take the damage with Siphon. Again, pre-fight damage. Same thing right there, using the shotgun to take the wall, build through, applying pressure. Using, again, the grappler just so good for getting good position for fights. The guy he's fighting, I'm going to tell you, is very, very solid, skilled player. He's applying pressure. Tags him white, goes on the wall. The guy just reads that Mongraal's going to jump, and with even that low health makes a huge play. Mongraal right here, boom, takes the wall. Accidentally cones himself, but it's okay. He got the wall. We're going to definitely rewatch this. And now, again, one thing I want to talk about, just with Mongraal in general, his editing speed, extremely, extremely fast. And it's, to me, as a former college baseball player, I just kind of look at it as like, it's like the harder you throw, the more room for error you have. Great job right there. Crosshair placement. We're gonna rewatch this entire engagement because there's definitely a ton to learn. So, and there's stuff in here that you may not even notice, that I didn't even notice when I first watched it, that he does. Just this is how aware he is. The only thing he doesn't do here properly is take the shot. So he heavy snipes. He notices the guy has no cone. Only crafts him for 28. Notices the wall is low. Boom. Immediate edit into a right hand peek after getting it. He accidentally cones himself because he wanted to cone his opponent. But instead, when you have this, it's always good. The guy shoots. Guy places a ramp. He does a good job. He edits that cone so he has an escape route and ended up saving him. So smart play from Mongraal right here. Notices that the ramp is weak. Notice how he ducks down. Shoots it again once he knows it's edited. He's still at right hand peek. Notice how he ducks behind after he makes the edit because he knows that it's going to take him time for his shotgun to pull out. And this guy is going to have a free shot. Now Mongraal does the right thing, right hand peek. Unfortunately, he whiffs the shot. And the guy cracks him for 80. So this guy is doing a really good job on defense thus far. After getting just tagged early, has hit Mongraal quite a bit. So Mongraal takes his heals. And then we're going to show you another important facet of what Mongraal does here. And it's just the technique of crosshair placement. So he knows he has control of the wall. He knows that's opponent. Look where his crosshairs is. It's falling right where the enemy is. Boom. And so when the guy makes an edit, just easy. It's already right there. Mongraal's going to hit that shot 100%. So let's look at the next engagement. Uses the heavy sniper to take the wall. Notice, staying low. Pre-fires. Right there. Oh. Decides to disengage. Hits this kid for 70 or so. Cracks him again. And then easy pressure for the ground. Not much to say there. Good pre-fight damage. Just cracking. Finds a kid in his old builds. Easy kill. One pump on a guy just basically probably shambles. He's probably going to... Doesn't decide to go for that because he knows a lot of it probably wasn't his. And again, Grappler's so broken. Taking that high ground. But 8 kills already for Mongraal in this match, you can see. Afraid that he's maybe getting breaking down, so he drops down. And then you see all scope get 3 or 4 kills like this, so that's something on mouse and keyboard you're probably not going to be able to do, even as, I mean, Mongraal, one of the most elite aimers in the game. So he has 4 launch pads, so he's going to probably keep his height and look for as many picks as possible. And get tags on tags. He's going to launch pad to that high ground over there, which 100% is the play to do when you have as many launch pads as he does. Again, he's looking down. Absolutely lasers a kid. And this is more late game. This isn't really truly W King. Nearly falls. Goes back to the wood base. Is going to spray this kid. Why is he just focusing this kid? You always focus second height when you're on ultimate high. He wants him away from him so he can't challenge. Sorry guys, there was an ad. And so he focused that kid, he bullied that kid off his lair. Mongraal has tons of materials. Notice that guy has an RPG, so I bet you he's going to grapple ahead and get away from him so he doesn't get spammed out. Mongraal doesn't need to use the launch pads when he has... Ooh, doesn't keep his back. Guy at the bottom is doing a good job with the RPG. But sees this kid boxed up, unfortunately. Kind of potatoes the grappler a little bit there. Finishes the big though, because he's got time. Good read. Decides not to key that. Why? Because he's got a decent amount of mats. He's got a launch pad. He's got the mythic grappler. You can take height whenever he wants. It's a quick tag. Exactly. Doing a great job of, again, recognizing that it's the perfect time to go for height. He gets a little bit of a refresh. He has no mats, but he's on ultimate high ground. And, not to mention, he has the mythic grapplers, so can get up whenever he wants. Notices that someone's behind him, made a height play. He's pressuring him. Is going to go back up. May have accidentally killed himself. Again, no mats, so can't really do too much. Cracks him for 100. Is going to have to keep grappling if he doesn't want to take damage. Then insane aim, hipfire aim on mouse and keyboard. Just to get that. Gets only a couple builds. It's now a 1v1. So no mats, remember. Cracks him for 80. Does...
King go!
I'd be definitely excited after that. Again, nothing much to say. That's just pure raw aim at that end, right? Nothing about W King skill. That's raw aim. Hitting your shots, using the mythic loot, and just a really good job from Mongraal. As you can see on the screen here, we have someone named Keyboard. But this is actually Liquid Mitr0. And this video is about a month old, so it's still in this meta and still pretty relevant today. However, he doesn't upload that much on YouTube. But this is a 20+ kill arena match in Champions Division. Again, tons and tons and tons of W King, tons of engagement, tons to learn. Let's get right into it. Okay. Sees a guy peeking. Gets an easy kill, start off with. Free 50 pot, cross away. Sees these guys fighting. Gets both kills on that. I don't know if he's getting stream sniped or not, but he has 4 kills on his land. Now again, so he's landing Lazy Lake. You see a ton of W gears land here because it places in the middle. So his opponent knows that he's there. His opponent does a great job of getting tons of piece control. I mean, Jesus. That's nothing but pure aim. That's not technique. That's not what you really want to practice. Because he just takes him, he just deletes him 2 shots with a green tack. He does place that ramp that makes things a little bit awkward, but he basically backed himself into a corner. And again, just pure aim. Again, does what he can, but the guy's just spraying through, and he just out-aims him. Again, Master Keyboard, practice your aim. It's very, very important. Against solos, pre-fight damage huge. Let's see how much pre-fight damage here he gets. Doesn't get any. Gets 1 quick tick. Maybe to get him stop spraying. Exactly. Again, cone so huge. Yeah, we can definitely watch this engagement go through. Again. Again, crosshair placement. Reading enemy. Crosshair placement again. And piece control. Beautiful. Beautiful engagement. Everything you want to see. So again, we're going to watch this in slow motion. And so here's what happens. If he had stayed in build mode right there, he would have been able to get the cone down much faster. His enemy escapes. He switched to his shotgun first, which allowed him not to have time. But we have a good booga jump right here. And he continues to pressure. Notice that wall's just edited, so sprays through. Jumps down here. Doesn't get the walls. Now, again, 2 things we're going to talk about. Just like in Mongraal, on a lot of these engagements, look, he's 1 box away to the left. Never really on the wall. And then crosshair placement. Look, crosshair's right on the guy, so he's going to get an easy tag. Boom. Takes a wall with a pickaxe. Same thing, crosshair placement. Then shoots through the guy's ramp. That's 1 tap. Places the cone for piece control, but the guy edits out. But again, realizing that's not... Sees the guy's taking shield for some reason, only with a 1 wall. But then, this is huge right here. Because the guy just jumps, and if he jumps, Mitr0 may not kill him. He might build a floor, crank up. But that cone right there, huge. Finishes that fight super fast. GG's on the next one. Goes for a quick box there, doesn't get him. Wow, piece control. Knocks him down. Big product of the piece control. Doesn't get the wall. Sets up a Mitr0 classic. Gets it on the 2nd try. Guy does a great job of escaping. But Mitr0's got a cone in there, so it ended up working out anyways. Doing his own move. Finishes that fight quickly, not much to say there. Got a quick 1 tag, the guy was 150. Sprays through it, again using the weapons and getting the piece control with the cone. I really love him jumping out to the side there because the guy has no escape that way because it's already edited. So really good stuff. That's just beautiful. We can watch that again. Let's actually watch the last 2. In slow motion. So again, realizes that, so picks up a sub, sprays through, boom, easy, switches to the shotgun. This guy's lost. He shotguns and places a cone pretty much instantaneously, and a perfect cone. So why doesn't he edit that from the top? There is no way that he can shoot him while editing that from that angle. So he drops down and then edits this and knows that this guy's got to hit a 200 pump right here. And then just easy. This guy's just lost. The guy, makes him eat a pump shot, but again, doesn't matter. Easy GG's. So we'll go to the next engagement. Already at 9 kills. Baiting shots. Mongraal Classic. Whiffs the shot, but look how The other guy seems clueless. He only takes one shot back. Doesn't do anything to protect himself. But, I mean, it's a 50-50 at this point. And Mitr0's aim right now is seeing what he relies on more than really cerebral W King. Kind of like some of what I've seen from Savage and Mongraal and guys like that. His aim is just nuts. He hits so many headshots. At least he does here. So, boom, headshot. Boom. Finishes that off. Because he actually, once he gets the wall, edits with a shotgun. Would have edited faster with the builds, but he whiffs one shot. Only hits for 31, is actually at disadvantage, but then ends the fight just by pure aim. No, nothing really much to say. So we'll go on to the next engagement. Wow, really great. Right technique just misses the shots, unfortunately. Just after I got done praising his aim. I like the decision to eat a flopper. Doesn't even waste time taking a shield. Switches it to a right-hand peek. Boom. Really good job. Little peanut butter peek. Classic. Now, we'll watch that. I mean, that's a really good stuff. See what he did good, see what he did bad. He's fighting the kid with a drum gun, so maybe a controller player. So, gets the wall one tap. Shoots it, takes it. Right-hand peek, Mongraal classic. Boom, hits a headshot, restop. Beautiful. Right-hand peanut butter peek, switches him off. Does hit him, but not hard. And the guy just lasers. He does get a wall and a ramp in there. Still looking for shots. But realizes that he's less than... So I'm a little surprised he doesn't take time to take the minis here. Because the guy's probably had enough time to heal up and pop his minis as well. Doesn't get the floor right there. But Mitr0 does a lot of good stuff here. You know, some stuff that he gets the wall. And see, again, playing away, playing at an angle, waiting for the guy to make an edit. He's baiting an edit, doesn't get it, so decides to switch to a right-hand peek. Guy makes a play, and boom. Easy peasy, little peanut butter goodness. Again, jumping to the left and then resetting immediately. Easy tags, GG's. And now Mitr0 has the drum gun. Alright, let's go on to the next engagement. So he's in storm fighting an agency. He's got to know he's got to end this fight fast. Dancing mid-fight. Okay. Oh, beautiful peanut butter peek. Booga jump. Misses the shot.
Motion detected at the bedroom door.
Good piece control right there. Hits him for 30. Guy falls in the water. Easy kill. And he's going to get that med kit. Gets in. Sees the guy come out of the bush. Just lasers. Piece control. He's going to... I don't know if he saw that he got the floor, but again, nothing he can do. That other guy, the piece control, huge. He just focuses on taking the wall, using it to let that guy bait. Peanut butter peek. Not much to say about those last two. Cracks his shield for only 34. Piece control, really good right there. Guy does a great job of breaking back. Pressure, so he can't heal. Hits the wall one tap. This guy's doing a great job of using his materials to get away, but doesn't place a cone. That's that guy's mistake right there. Doesn't place the cone, so it's going to be really hard to hold that against a drum gun. Not much to say. And I know this is Arena Champs, but so there's not a ton of the best players in the world. Getting in a little bit of a build battle. Piece control, huge. And the cone, huge. You want to talk about predicting your opponent? Piece control. Why piece control on mouse and keyboard is so huge. Along with your aim. Gets floor. This guy is hopeless. He gets one tag, and you know, before he even commits after the spraying, he goes, I need a cone down now. Why? Because this guy can edit through the floor and make this fight go longer and longer, make him waste more mats, whatever. So decides that, cracks him, because he knows this guy has a minigun. He's probably not going to win that fight, especially not being on controller, right? So, and then, because the guy still fries him. The guy fries him down to 90 health. But that pump shot, so huge. Again, his aim making that elite. See this guy? Oh, he might land in the tree. Oh, wow. Really insane aim. Oh, my goodness. He needs to get out of there fast. He doesn't own anything. He does. Beautiful. The guy he's fighting could have been weak. Places a cone down. Gets piece control even though he's not there. Takes time to reload his drum gun. Doesn't get the wall. Again, just like Mongraal, just always pretending like he's going to get the edit. Didn't practice the same piece control. Got edits out. Does a great job. Again, look at the technique. We're going to watch that one in slow motion again. Notice how he's not taking damage a ton of the time on most of these fights? It's because he's using using this left hand, like giving your opponent right hand peek doesn't matter if you have this for protection because you also have right hand peek. So we're gonna again watch this all over from the beginning. So sprays through right here, his opponent edits out. Piece control right there, making sure his opponent's trapped. He immediately, once he smacks the ramp for its full damage, places the cone so the opponent is confused, gets an easy 100 tag, and then look at this again. This guy has a difficult angle to get him because Mitr0's on right hand peek, and he gets some easy tags, and then again, look at this angle, right hand peek. This guy has got to beat this peek. He's not going to be able to. And once he moves into visible, he's just using that wall for protection. Boom. And he's always one box away. Most of the time, I say that, not always, but one box away and using that right hand peek to advantage, so huge, ends that fight so fast. He gets, a refresh of his metal, whatever extra heals he needs, etc., etc. Let's go on the next one. So here's again the same guy that kind of came over and third partied. Sees him just chilling in the cone. Has now gotten the not much to say there. The guy that just walked into a 200 pump. The guy was cone peeking. However, the problem was that since he was cone peeking, it did just Mitr0 saw him before it was completed. You could see what he was doing, so it was an easy read. Ooh, gets the wall and some quick through damage. This guy's way worse than most of the people he's fight, at least. Oh my god, he pickaxed him. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mitr0, you're disgusting. We can watch this sequence again. I'll try to comment on much as I can, but however, it's not anything crazy. He does Mitr0 classic there, so. So again, nothing too crazy. Oops, that's the wrong one. So uses the grappler again that he picked off from another player, spams through, catches the guy taking shield, gets a headshot and the wall, goes up, realizes that the opponent goes up, cracks him for 60, knows that he's so little HP, tries to spray through. He actually gets the floor, I believe, but his opponent edits all the way down. He is getting third partied, and then Mitr0 classics, places the ramp as he Mitr0 classics, and then pickaxes this guy. Oh, beautiful. That's just pure skill and just something you're gonna have to do because he was the other guy made a ballsy decision to push, but realizes this wall's weak, doesn't get it. But again, what does this guy do? Doesn't know Mitr0's health. doesn't protect himself. Look at the difference between what Mitr0 has been doing and what this guy's doing. This guy's right on the wall. So it's now a 50-50, where Mitr0 can get first shot because he's making edits. So Mitr0 already has his gun out. He's not at this protected right-hand peak. He made a 4-corner edit to make it easier for him to see. So boom, crack. Mitr0 does a great job of then using this ramp as protection. And then flips it on this guy. You know how aggressive this guy is playing? Notice how up he is in this box. Notice how he's not over here where Mitr0's been. If this was the opponent, like the opponents that Mitr0 has been fighting, Mitr0 would be over here right-hand peeking, using this as protection. This guy is just sitting here out in the open. And that's why he gets absolutely destroyed right there. Even though he was the aggressor in the fight, it's literally a free kill for Mitr0 because Mitr0 does one thing: crosshair placement correctly, reading his opponent, and the guy making horrible, horrible edit decisions and W key decisions. So we're going to the next guy. He launch pads, uses the drum gun. Ooh, miss a shot. But then doesn't whiff the shot. Realizes that the guy has RPG, and then just stays on low ground and just dominates him. Really just good aim shots. Notice the guy boxed up in wood late. That's usually a pretty good sign of, hey, I need to push this kid. And it's a 1v1. Right hand peeks. Again. This guy is running away, scared for his life. Guy just jumps into Mitr0's old builds. The guy he's fighting looks lost. See the crosshair placement? Exactly. And then baits a shot. That's a great example of playing mind games and just understanding. I want to recommend standing there like that, but this kid is clearly just nowhere near the level of Mitr0, clearly. But Mitr0 does this to a lot of people. I mean, you got to remember, this is just arena champs, you know. They had like 20 hype nights, so pretty much anyone could get in. So, sorry, I'll mute this. But he drops into a box, doesn't finish completing. Doesn't take the wall. Just kind of taking his pickaxe to go through. Now again, he does sometimes sit on the cone in front. But the cone at least gives you a little bit protection as opposed to the ramp, because you can flip the cone up to protect. But you see, notice how, again, so I'm talking about, that crosshair is just dead on this guy's chest if he makes a play. And then pre-fires, like he's going to make an edit. He drops down, baits. And again, this is what baiting the shot is so good for, especially when you jump down, when you know you're not going for a wall take. Because he baits the shot, and then look. Boom. Hits it for 165 to go with the aim. This guy's trying to RPG the wall, but Mitr0 knows he's weak, so baiting him. So easy 20 bomb from Mitr0, and that's all she wrote. So this is, as you can see, Mr. Savage, 100 Thieves, one of the top players in Europe. He's in a, what he said on his YouTube channel, a $500 Pro League tournament, so a little bit more stacked, a little bit more quality of players. He sees this kid, what? This is just ballsy. He's just like, in a world of where controller players exist, just flying on the zip line. Oh, so quick. Good piece control. Boom. Again, not much to say. His Savage is just so fast. And just cracks him. He's in retail row. And these games are going to be a little bit more stacked when Mongraal is seeing in your cash cup, but I mean, it still applies his ability to get frags. He did win this tournament, so he's just kind of talking about game sense. He actually doesn't. He's got 3 launch pads. Jesus. He hears a guy breaking into his building. Cracked. Just absolutely just smashes this guy's. Notice how that guy switched to hard real quick. Savage goes up, going for the kill. Misses a shot, unfortunately. Really good movement. Notices that there's a guy behind him and decides to disengage. Again, maybe a little bit surprising, but you got to remember this is I don't know the format, if placement was more heavily favored or if it was kills, but he doesn't go for that kill, which I feel like you would especially see that. Normally, the guy probably only had the opportunity to get 50 of that health back that he lost, and he was less than 50 white, so one pump would probably have either finished him. Ooh, a kind of a mishap for Savage. Again, spraying through, protecting himself, gets the edit. Cone, piece control, the guy, again, as you can see the skill of the guys that he's fighting, their ability to run away, and doesn't get the fight. Oh, beautiful ramp. That's a really good technique. You could definitely do that on mouse and keyboard. It's much easier to flip and rotate your stuff mid-fight than on controller. So, again, just the move I want to talk about there. I don't know. It's kind of like a little variation of the Kuna, but I can't remember what it's actually called. But just something you could do when someone it's you could do it on controller. We're gonna mute it. Sorry, I apologize. So right on this wall, notice the guy might make an edit. Baits it, knows he doesn't get it, but takes out his builds and then perfectly places a ramp over the edit, then whiffs a couple shots, unfortunately. But what scares him off in this fight is this RPG. He gets the wall right here, but he hears his whole world about to destroy, so he backs off because he doesn't want to get third-partied. He has insane loot for endgame, so why risk it, right? Alright, so we'll go back to watching. So he's late game, is probably going to 100% pad here. A lot of missed shots from Savage right now. Conserves pads ahead. Love this. Love this right here. Really great job. Right hand peek angle. Look at this. Beautiful. Again, just something to watch there. Again, if you want to W key smartly and efficiently on mouse and keyboard, you're going to want to watch this engagement. This engagement is exactly... So we'll mute. So he notices, again, that the guy is right below him. Places stuff above his head to make sure he doesn't get shot. You saw Mongraal use this on his second kill. Takes a wall, but I love the edit that he does because he doesn't know exactly where his opponent, so he edits both and gets an easy free pump shot on someone who's manying or healing from the back. He sprays and places the cone. Again, placing the cone in people's boxes ends fights like this. It turns every fight into a 50-50, essentially. And usually if you're placing the cone, you're the one, because you're the one that's expecting it. And you can see he cracks him again with a pump. And look at this. He's holding a beautiful right-hand peek. Even this guy is so screwed. Like, he probably doesn't even have line of sight on where Mr. Savage is. And Savage did a great job of being able to take this fight by placing this stuff preemptively to make sure he didn't get hit while he's taking this engagement. So he gets a refresh on his materials and all that. Conserve pads forward. And is going to be able to easily take all this stuff right here. Boom, flopper. Hang on low ground, saving materials. Good piece control, going up a layer. And he's really good, really ahead. Has materials to use. Again, great job at piece control. That's what piece control will do for you. Even end game, these W King type stuff that techniques that you need to do, just watch the piece control right here. on this engagement. Let's watch the piece control. So Savage extends another box, realizes that's the enemy's cone, knows that no one didn't place it right. Boom. Places his own cone, the guy faces up. What can he do? Absolutely nothing. There's no human that's going to be able to get out of that situation, especially with the cone phasing him, screwing up his, basically his field of vision by moving him all around, whether he's phased or not. So again, great stuff from Savage. So again, Savage doing a great job of staying ahead. Has a good amount of materials. Has a heavy sniper to get through these builds. Sees this guy and late decides not to go for it because the angle is awkward. Trades out heavy snipers because he shot one. Easy pickup. Boom. Right hand peek again. Being huge for Savage. Again, playing super ahead. Notices this guy low. Look at these angles again. Kind of right hand safe. Ooh.
No.
And what did he do? So what was his mistake here? What did he do this time that he hadn't done before? That he had actually done before? What he could have done differently in this situation is he knows he had these guys high, like low, fighting all around everywhere. He could have maybe preemptively placed a roof above where this guy jumped in, because this guy was one layer above and just jumped into his box.
No.
The guy had Savage had tons.
Oh, I was gonna win that game.
He probably was.
Where'd that come from? Agreed.
It was just a good play by that enemy, and again, just one thing he could have done better there. But you again see angles on mouse and keyboard huge, piece control, mouse and keyboard huge. These are the techniques that you're going to need to master on mouse and keyboard to make sure that you can excel against people, you know, just because you don't have aim assist, which is going to allow you to get easier kills in these close quarter situations. You're going to need to rely more on your technique, your ability to switch straight from your pickaxe to your weapon, and rely on your speed that you're going to more than likely have on 99% of the controller players that you do see. Alrighty. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, please drop a like and hit that subscribe. I post on YouTube multiple times per week, tons of Fortnite content and some Call of Duty from time to time. But I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.